Hello, everybody. This is Duck, and welcome to another episode of Duck's World. And in this episode, I am finally going to do it. I tried way back when to build a mob farm, and I just was terrible at it. I didn't know how it worked. But I'm going to try my chances again and actually build a mob farm in today's episode. So, that's kind of the goal and the agenda for today. Take a little bit of some break from base building because I need mob drops anyways. I still need a very consistent way to get gunpowder for firework rockets. So I really need to get this Minecraft mob farm up and ready to go. And it doesn't need to be something super fancy, but we're going to get that started here momentarily. I do think I need to drop off the stuff that I have in my inventory, and then we need to actually find a good spot for this mob farm. Preferably, I would like a spot that I don't have to do a ton more of lighting. So I'm thinking maybe back here by the iron farm, potentially somewhere in this area, or out by the new base a little bit. That's kind of the area that I'm thinking, but I'm not sure yet. I am going to drop this stuff off at the new base, and then we'll find a definite location, um, for this mob farm. And I just wanted to take a break from base building because I've been doing quite a bit of it. It doesn't look like I have, but I've been doing quite a bit of it. And I would just prefer to do something different today. I will need a lot of blocks by the looks of things, which is okay. But I think we need to go actually finally get a mob farm done. It's been a um, long time coming, especially because I've never built one, and this world is now a full year old. And I probably should get one built. So that's the plan for today. I'm going to get some items ready, and we will go build one. So I'm thinking this is enough blocks for scaffolding and for the structure itself. Don't worry, it's cobblestone, but I will build a building around it to make it look a little bit better in the future. But what I need to do now is I need to actually get quite a few water buckets, and I also need to get, by the looks of it, quite a bit of some wood, because I don't have wood in my base, believe it or not, for my chests and a storage system for this. So I think that's what we'll end up doing here in a second. Is we'll end up having to... Oh, that was quick. We'll end up having to get some wood. So let's actually go look for that now. Those buckets took a little bit quicker of time than I thought it would. Let's just land on this tree. This tree's been here for a while. Let's take it out of its misery. Get it out of here. But, yeah, I think that all that will be needed is wood for chests, and also for hoppers, because I'm going to build like a full storage system with this eventually. So I'm going to want some sort of hopper system. And since I've used all my hoppers in my base for a very expensive storage system, we'll need it. We'll need it in other places, but that should be enough oak planks to start. So let's go back around here. We'll come down here and grab this project shulker box, and we need to find a location for this mob farm. So let's take that, and I'm thinking I'm actually going to build it by the iron farm, and I'll kind of district that out for the time being as just some mob farms, both of iron and hostile mob. And I think I'll do it. I think I'll do it right here. We'll build it here, I think. I think that's a good spot. So let's place this down. And I'm just going to do a double check real quick in between clips, make sure I have all the stuff that I need, and then we will start on this mob farm. So I am a little bit of a dunce at times, and I actually forgot to craft the chests and the hoppers. So I need to actually grab iron and whatnot from the base to actually do hoppers. And I was just not thinking very critically, apparently. So I'm going to do this real quick, and I'm going to need some iron, which is all the way up here. Oh, I guess it's right here. I can do it in the ender chest. Valuables. And I already have one iron from the buckets, so I just need iron, which is not actually... I don't actually have iron in my ender chest by the looks of things. Food, beacons... Nope. Oh, I've got it in the that's specifically 4 beacons. Let's go to the iron farm. We'll actually get iron from the iron farm for once. So we need to go back up here, and all we need is I'm probably not gonna have a super big storage system. The storage system actually for the iron farm is way overkill too. So I need to be better about not making things so unbearably ginormous, because this is unnecessarily large for a storage system. But I think that should be plenty of iron. So let's go back up, and then all we need to do is craft these hoppers and these chests, and then we will be ready to go. So I actually had to go and get more wood because I realized that I needed chests for actual hoppers. So I need to actually make more chests for the actual means of storage instead of just for hoppers. But I think 7 should be enough, and I made 10 hoppers too, so we can expand the farm storage system as needed. We do need to sleep because it's dark and rainy, and I also grabbed way too much iron, which I just am now noticing, but that'll be fine. We'll drop it off while we're over there, but I believe we should be all set now to actually build this farm. So let's go build it. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to build this farm from storage system up. So I've dug a little bit to make use of the storage system, and don't worry, the storage system will get bigger with time as needed, and also all this space will be excavated a little bit better, and I'll build a building, make this look good. But we have a little bit of a storage system. It'll work for now. And then what we need to do is we need a bunch of cobblestone, and we need to start pillaring up. And we need to pillar up far enough that the all of the mobs die on impact when they fall and hit the ground. So let's work on that now. Alright, so there's the width of the platform. And the night is setting, so I am going to wait until daytime to actually start up on it. But most hostile mobs take 28 blocks of fall damage to kill them consistently. So that's what we're going to aim for with height. And I know that this is primarily going to be used as a farm for creepers and endermen. So the spiders, I'm not too concerned about them. I'm not even going to build it wide enough for spiders to spawn up at the top. Up here where it's going to be at its full height, just because I'm purely concerned about creepers and endermen for gunpowder and ender pearls. So I'm not too concerned. It's also not going to be an XP farm because again I just need it for gunpowder and ender pearls. But we can begin to go up now. And from here we just need to go 28 blocks up in every direction. So here's one, and we are just going to go up until 28. Alright, so I am building the 10th layer here of this perimeter, and I'm doing this in pretty small progress update clips just because it's kind of a mundane. I'm building a rectangle and just going up, so it's pretty mundane. So that's why the progress checks are a little bit less prevalent, and I'm skipping more of the progress. I am at layer 13 now, so it is moving fairly quickly for me, so that helps out quite a bit. And there's 14, and I'll catch you guys when all 28 are done, because 14 is halfway done. And here's the 28th layer. Yep, and so now from there, let's see how much, we should have enough cobblestone. From here, we need to go out and we need to make branches in every direction. So I'm going to start working on that, and like last time, I will just kind of give you a progress update when I've got one of the branches done. Alright, so here's one branch, and I just have to place water down now and quickly change it before I fall down out of it, but that should be the perfect length. Yep, perfect. So that mobs will spawn in here and then will be pushed down and fall right down to their imminent demise there down at the bottom. There we go. So that's one of the branches done, and I'm going to get all the branches done before I cover it. And then we will work on getting another layer done. Alright, so we've got all 4 of the branches done, and now all we need to do is we need to make for ourselves the actual spawning platforms for these mobs. So I think it's 2 blocks up, if I remember correctly, and we need to fill in all of these 2 blocks up. So 1, 2, and then from there it's just connecting all the way across. So I'm going to do that here real quickly, and I'm just going to run along the sides of the trench first so that I don't fall in. I'm trying my best not to fall in, because I also need to conserve rockets at the same time if I can help it, because I'm running out. So I'm just going to run across, and then we'll build the platforms in each corner of this spawner. Alright, so we've got all the trenches deep now, and now all we need to do is actually make like a proper platform for mobs to spawn on. So we're just going to come across here and actually build a proper platform in each of these corners. So I'm going to do that here real quickly. And while I'm doing so, I did want to thank you guys so much for your support on the last video especially. You guys blew that video up. So thank you guys so much for that. It does mean a lot to me that you guys support me like that. It means a lot. So thank you. Thank you so much for that. It truly does mean a lot, and I say that often, but trust me, it does. It's not lip service. I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for that. But I do know that it gets very boring to just watch me place cobblestone in the air. So like I've been doing a little bit more than usual today, I'm going to just do a clip, and we will continue on the mob farm after this step is done. We might even be able to work on maybe some of the building as well. So I'll have to see about that, and if I can get a design thought up in my very peewee brain here, and see if we can get an actual building started today too, because that might be the next order of business. Alright, so the platforms are now done. All that should be needing to do is a ceiling on this thing. So I'm going to make a wall first of all that should be 2 blocks high, I believe. Creepers get through that? Yeah, Enderman won't be able to, but I'm concerned about creepers and zombies, so I think I'll be okay with. I have an Enderman XP farm that I've been promising to build for about 40 episodes now, so I might as well build it. Creepers are the top priority, so let's get this built for that, and I can change the design later if need be. But if I just build a wall like such, and I did go back to my base, and I actually emptied my base of cobblestone. I have 0 cobblestone, 0 oak planks. All of that is gone now. So just for the record, I am out of cobblestone. We'll have to work on that on a better cobblestone generator here later on. I do have one that functions, but it works better with iron tools, because netherite tools are a little too efficient for it, and they actually will break the blocks around them, which makes the cobblestone generator very difficult to work with when lava's flowing everywhere. But alright, sleep. It's nighttime. This is nighttime. I should be able to sleep. But then after this, we should only have to put the walls and the roof on, and it should be fully functional. Because I built the hoppers and the chest first and put them at the bottom, I should just need to add up my walls, my ceiling, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to continue working on that, and when the walls are done, I'll bring you guys back so we can work on the ceiling. Alright, so now all we need to do is get this wall up. Not this wall, the ceiling. I looked at this wall and noticed I missed a spot. There we go. Now all we need to do is get the ceiling done, which should be just as simple as I just got to run along the length of this farm, and I should actually be spawning mobs as I'm covering this up, I think. So I'll have to be a little bit careful. But then after that, I'm going to need to light up the top of this, and so a certain someone, that would be me, doesn't hit the mob farm with his face while he's flying with an elytra. But then I think we'll still have time left in today's episode to actually work on a covering building for this, because I chose cobblestone like every video from 2013 when these spawners came out, because it's cheap, but it looks really bad as a structure. The cobblestone looks really bad, especially next to my very futuristic iron farm. So we'll have to build something like that to kind of match the theme and the style, I think. But I'm going to cover the ceiling. I'll bring you guys back for me lighting it up, and then we should be on our way to a fully functional mob farm. Alright, so we are getting close, and I think I'm going to keep you guys here for the rest of the ceiling building process, because it's a process, that's for sure. But I also am hoping that as soon as I get this covered, we might actually be able to see mobs right off the bat, right away. At least that's the hope. I'm hoping that as I'm building the structure around the farm, we might be able to actually get some drops right off the bat. Is the hope. Now that could happen. That also could not happen. It really depends. But I wouldn't mind actually being I wouldn't mind actually being able to have some more rockets, because my 28 here are really the last ones I have. And I don't really want to have to go another several episodes without my elytra, because it has become almost a necessity for me at this point. I've gotten used to actually using it properly, and that means that I actually like using it. Since I know what I'm doing, I actually feel like I can use my elytra properly, which is weird. It's almost like with practice makes perfect, as the old adage would say. But I think that we are getting close. I'm actually going to come down in here, because it's not completely dark, but it is darkening up, and I think it might be really cool to see if we can encourage some mob spawning. So I'm going to cover this up, come around here, and we will cover myself in. Well, not cover myself in, but we'll get close to being covered in here. And I'm glad that I decided to make a mob farm, because for those of you that don't know, I tried this way back when, it's probably been about 8 months now, and it didn't work. And it's cool to now be, okay, that's not gonna work. Ouch. It's cool to see that I'm able to try to do it again. And this time I kind of know what I'm doing, so I can attempt to make this mob farm. So that's kind of the goal. Ooh, I thought I might have died there from fall damage, but it's cool that I actually am able to attempt this again. Number one, I needed to move the mob farm anyways. If it would have stayed where it was, it wouldn't have been good. But I also am able to like actually make one now, which is really is a plus for me, is that I'm able to make a mob farm, and hopefully it works. But we'll just have to see. But I think it'll work. I am going to put down a bunch of torches here, so that mobs don't spawn, but also so I don't wet my face in it at night with an elytra. I tend to do stupid things like that. And then we will come down here, light up this a little bit. I saw something fall. Oh, that's water falling. Okay. But I'm going to light this up just a little bit. Oh, that's not what I want. Alright. Is anything going to spawn down here or no? Or do I have to coax it a little bit? Coax them a little bit. Come on up. If I go up to the top, is there anything even in here? Or do I have to wait until night? I might have to wait until night. Let the spawn cap do its thing. But, yeah, I would say for now, if this works, there, we've got the first hostile mob farm that I've ever built. Right there, ready to go. It just needs some coercing, it looks like. But now I actually need to see if I can figure out a design, and maybe even start getting materials for an actual building here, because frankly, that looks pretty ugly in comparison to the futuristic building behind it right there. Yeah. So I need to cover that at least. And if it works, we should be able to get some drops while we're building it. But we need to put a building over it. Oh, I heard something. I heard something fall. There's arrows in here that there weren't before. What's in here? Oh, that's cobblestone for me. But I'm thinking it worked. I heard the sound of something dying. So that's good. Cool. Well, I think it might work then. Perfect. So, what I'm hearing then is that that works. So, while we're actually building this structure around it, we can actually be getting drops. So that's good. I'll have to go find materials to actually start building something around it, and come up with a design, and then I'll be back to you guys when I've got a design down in place. So it looks like we're definitely going to have to do some mob proofing, by the looks of things. But it sounds like stuff is actually working out, which is good. So we should have actual drops happening. I will need to, yeah, we've got at least one zombie's been killed in it, so that at least is a good sign. I will need to spawn proof this area a lot better just by looking at all the mobs out here, so that we actually get like some reliable drops. So I'm gonna actually use up, ouch. I'm actually gonna use up my I'm gonna use up my torches on that, but it looks like it's good and ready to go. I'm actually going to hold off on today's episode on the structure for it. I know I said I would work on it. I'm sorry. I just don't have a design down that I want to use, and I don't feel comfortable with winging it on something like this. But we do have, I mean, that all needs to be spawn proofed before the efficiency of this farm does anything. But I'm happy to say that we've actually got a mob farm finally. So that actually means a bunch for me, actually being able to have the resources needed. Oh, this needs to be, holy cow, that needs to be lit up. That might be tomorrow's episode, or not tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow for me for recording, quite a bit later for you guys for watching the episode. But the next episode might actually be, it might actually be lighting up and spawn proofing, and then maybe we can work on a building. But spawn proofing is the priority first, and then we'll worry about how this monstrosity looks. But that is for the next time, I believe. I do apologize for the shorter episode. Ouch. How about, yeah, you just fall in. There. Come on. Oh, darn. Get out, get out, get out. Get out. Get out. There we go. Yeah, like I was saying, I do apologize for the shorter episode, but we did get quite a bit done. I had to do a bunch of clips because, frankly, I didn't know what I was doing building this mob farm, so I had to figure out and look up step-by-step instructions on how to do this. I'm sorry that that's how it works. I don't know the mechanics that well, but I promise I will get better about that in the future. But that's why the clips were short. That's why the video was a little bit shorter. But we will be working on spawn proofing it and also getting a building around the structure here in the next upcoming episodes. But until then, thank you guys so much for your support. It means a lot. As always, let's first check here. But as always, thank you guys again. And something died or something took damage. Oh, creeper died. We got our first gunpowder of the farm. Let's go. Let's go right at the end of the episode. Perfect. But as always, thank you guys so much. God bless, and we will catch you guys in the next episode. See ya, and thank you. Adios.